Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back in World of Warcraft Shadowlands to continue the Necrolord Covenant campaign, the House of Rituals. Now Kel'thuzad has just given us a quest to go and get him some books, and he's got one of our friends from Bastion locked up here, so we have to see if we can rescue him in any way, shape or form. But at the moment we're pretending to be an acolyte of Kel'thuzad to try and figure out what the plans are. So we'll go ahead with this for now and see what's going on. Oh wait, there's a request here. Let's have a look what that is. Captain Atek. A fatal failure. Acolyte, we could use a hand here. It seems one of your fellow pupils botched their ritual in spectacular fashion.
Everyone has to start somewhere, right?
Now destructive necromantic energies are running rampant throughout the house. This threat must be dealt with. Can you assist? Quest objective: kill 7 fatal coalescences in the House of Rituals.
With victory comes renown.
Okay, so these are the things that you were fighting, I take it. Yes, it looks like it. So there's one right here. So let's grab that one. The captain's going to help us fight this one because it's close by. Right, so we know exactly what we're looking for, so let's do that. This is right here on the spot, so this looks like a quest we can only do when we're in disguise, so let's do that while we're here. There's a rare spell up here as well. Yeah, so I think if we keep heading up this way, there looks like there's quite a few up here, and then we can have a peep at whatever that rare spawn is. I don't know whether it would be safe to have a go at the rare spawn or not. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too hard to do the captain's quest, because there's quite a few of them all around this little area. And they're not taking us too long to take them out. So it's a nice little extra to do as a side quest while we're here. And after that we'll go and find the librarian. At this point we may or may not find the rest one. Alright, we only need one more. There's several down here. We might not get to take a look at the rare spawn. Don't want to allow ourselves to get too distracted. Because we're supposed to be foiling Kel'thuzad, aren't we? Right then, let's go take this back to the captain. And let's go find this librarian.
Got some meat on your bones, huh?
Well done, acolyte. The rest should dissipate with time. Take this. It was left behind by the feckless adept that created this mess. I hope you will put it to better use. A discarded grimoire. Oh, it's a new appearance for the disguise. So these quests might be ones you can do later on because of this disguise that they're giving us. But it just seems sensible to pick them up while we're here first, doesn't it? Right, so this looks like the librarian, yes?
Well,
yes.
what have we
Baroness
here?
Balmedar. Hello.
One of Kel'thuzad's little pets.
Mistress of Tomes. Kel'thuzad always seems to have the most studious of pets, doesn't he? What is it the Baron wishes of me, acolyte? Well, he said that he asked for some books.
Is unacceptable.
Ah yes, I do remember the Baron requesting a collection of tomes from my library. An odd smattering of topics, if I do recall correctly. As you can see, I'm a very busy lich. However, if you were to lighten my workload, I could perhaps see it fit to provide you with the tomes you seek. See, they always just want a good lackey to do the work for them so that they can rest up. So I guess we're going to be doing Baroness Ninadar's tasks now. And of course, since we're undercover, we have to be nice about it, don't we? Of course I can do your tasks for you, Baroness. It would be my pleasure, of course it would. Cantrip collection. One of the more regrettable duties of the Mistress of Tomes is the collation and maintenance of our scroll library. Unfortunately, many of our acolytes are less than prompt when it comes to returning items they have borrowed, which requires me to seek them out and retrieve them myself. Of course, this is far too menial a task for a baroness, but that is why lackeys like you exist. Go and retrieve my scrolls. Feel free to use whatever persuasive means you have at your disposal. See, they're all very superior and very smug, aren't they, these people with the titles in the House of Rituals? Dearie me, it must be very, very hard on the lower downs to not beat these guys up. I guess they're afraid of them because they don't have the power to beat them up. Collect 6 overdue scrolls from necrotic acolytes in the Grimoirium. And I presume that means I'm going to have to beat a few people up to get the scrolls off them, by the way she described it. Errant enchantments. The House of Rituals is a place of constant study. Every day, new incantations and formula are concocted to further the arts of necromancy. It can be difficult to keep track of such innovation. To aid in cataloguing our progress, our sorcerers have applied the use of enchanted quills and parchment. Unfortunately, if not properly stored, these implements tend to run amok. Of course, they were not properly stored. Find the implements and return them to where they belong. Quest objective: retrieve 4 errant quills and 6 rampant grimoires in the Grimoirium. So basically the scrolls and the pens have run away. Actually, I don't blame them because of the way these people talk. They are rather superior. Is that a nice way to put it? Very superior. So retrieve 4 errant quills and 6 rampant grimoires. Okay, Baroness Ninadar, I will do your duty for you, and you can have a little rest and a cup of tea or whatever else it is you'd like to do while you're getting everybody else to do the job for you.
We are done here.
Well, till I've done your jobs, and then I come back and then I would like the scrolls. Hopefully you'll have the books ready for me by that point. Am I hoping too much? Right, mischievous scrolls. Right, oh, so we just need to pick those up. We don't have to fight those. That's good. Right, there's a floaty book. Now, can we just grab you, or do we need to fight you? No, we can just grab them. Good, good, good. That one's easier then. We just grab the quills and the tomes. So there's some more over here, and there's some acolytes. Maybe some of those have the books that we need to get back as well. Get to the close enough to the quill to grab it. That book looks a little bit high up. Can I reach? Ooh. Grab it, quick. Got it. Right, do you have one of Ninadar's books that you haven't returned?
Quite a suitable vessel.
Ask about Ninadar's scrolls. I simply must keep possession of the scroll to complete my research.
To seek,
Threatening.
to strive.
Oh, he just gave it to us when we threatened him. I'm sure some of them are going to make us fight them, though. How about you? Do you have one of Ninadar's scrolls? Oh, no, he just ran away. He didn't have one. Oh, he did have one. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. We only got 1 of 6 still, so not all of them have the scrolls, then. So it's random as to whether they've got them or not. He needs it for his research, and he gave it to us without a fight. Oh, this is going quite well then. 2 out of 3 had a scroll and didn't ask us to fight them. How about you? Have you got one of Ninadar's scrolls? Oh, this, I'm almost finished. Just tell Ninadar I need it a little bit longer. I'll have to go and get it off her again, I'm afraid. This is very good. We're halfway and we haven't had to fight anybody. Oh, that sounds like there's a road around here. There is a
You
chest
would make quite the suitable vessel.
in this house. Have you got one of Ninadai's scrolls? How about you?
Yeah, was once rich with anima.
Yes, one didn't,
Like it
one
was
did.
dust.
Oh, he's going to fight me. He's the first one that's going to fight me. There are guards and things close by. Does that mean? Yes. As soon as I start to fight, I lost my disguise. So now everybody's going to beat me up. Okay. Let's deal with the acolyte. Now we've got 2 guardians, but there is a treasure chest inside this room, so we probably would have had to fight them anyway. So it's probably not the worst thing in the world having to fight right now. Why is my minion not be... Oh, I was just going to say, why is he not hitting them? He started fighting, all good. That's it, my minions, get them. And there we go. And we did get a scroll off the one we had to fight. Right, so we're at 5 of 6, so we're doing really well there. Right. So we've got all our buffs and things up again. Right, so there's a chest. There's a highlighted book. Missing pages. And there's some pages here on the floor. Now, if they fit in the book, that was a nice, simple little puzzle. Yes, very nice, simple, easy puzzle. Now, what's in the box? Page 76 of the Necronomicon. Oh, bless. So if we learn that, that's... and the grimoires are all part of this disguise thing. Okay, that's everything that we've picked up so far learned. Right, oh, these guys have respawned. Let's see, do you have a scroll?
Rich with anima, like it was dust. How do you serve the
He knows better,
Margrave?
so he didn't have one. What about you? No need for that violence, you can have it. Right, so that's the scrolls to return to Ninadar completed. We still need some errant tomes and mischievous quills. And there's quite a few quills here. Right, that's the quills we need. There's a book there. And there's a book there. So if we grab those 2, I think that will finish all of our quests for her. Well, that was quite quick and easy, wasn't it? That wasn't too bad at all. The way she was talking about the tasks, I thought it would take a lot longer than that. Not bad at all. Hello, Baroness Ninadar. I did your tasks for you. Do you have my scrolls for me?
My patience.
Cantrip collection. Have you found my scrolls? I have. Wonderful. Kel'thuzad's pets are nothing if not reliable. We are done here. No, I want my books, please. Kel'thuzad has sent me to get books. Errant enchantments.
At any cost.
Enchanted quills will not collect themselves, now will they? No, I did it for you. Much better. I simply cannot abide a disorganised grimoire. Right, she likes to be organised, but she doesn't want to do the work herself, though. The Hall of Tomes. Very well. You can have your list. The volumes you seek can be found in the Hall of Tomes. Now, run back to your master like a good little pet. Quest objective: collect the required volumes from the Hall of Tomes and return them to Kel'thuzad in the Vault of Souls.
Is unacceptable.
So I did all of her work for her, and now I have to go and get my own tomes. Dear me, why didn't she just... Oh, of course, she wouldn't just let me go and get the tomes myself, would she? She had to force me to do her job for her. It's all a power play, isn't it? Right, and there's one there. There we go, there's one.
Winged Arcadum. An obvious choice for research on Kyrian mysticism.
And there's
What
one
would you
here.
expect to find in such a basic volume?
I'm sure I just saw an
Of the
eyeball.
first ones, an odd choice, filled with speculation and half-truths.
Right, yes, there's
Does
definitely...
his ritual somehow involve the pathways connecting the
Oh.
realms of death?
Which way to go? Oh, he's coming this way. Right, can we sneak round here? Right, he would have taken our disguise off, wouldn't he?
Greater Wards and Barriers, Volume 4, Counter Spells. A truly ponderous read.
Oh, right, is that everything? Yes, so
What
we just have to
manner of
avoid the
barrier
eyebrow.
is the Baron seeking to erect or bypass? Curious.
Right, so as long as we don't go in this circle, we should be fine.
Binding of the Banished One.
There's only one of them to
Like
avoid,
this
so
is
it's not
more
too
than a
hard to avoid
history
it.
book. What could Kel'thuzad possibly want with this?
Right, so Balmedar doesn't understand what's
Despite
going
our
on from the
efforts, we
choice
are
of
no
books.
closer to ascertaining the Baron's plans. Continue with your ruse. Let us see what else we can uncover.
Oh, sadly we don't seem to have figured it out yet. So yeah, we want to go back in here and turn it in and see if we can now get some clue as to what's going on. So we seem to be doing lots of work for the people here in the House of Rituals, but we don't seem to be getting any closer to knowing what's really going on.
You may now address your master.
You have returned. Do you have my tomes? I do. Ah, yes, these will do. It will take some time to study these tomes. In the meantime, I have more need of you.
All proceeds according to plan.
Necessary ingredients. As you are well aware, a ritual of this complexity requires several reagents. I have asked that Carver Jordan prepare what I'll need. Seek him out in the reagentry and provide whatever assistance he requires. Quest objective, speak with Jordan the Powerful in the reagentry. Right, so we're going to go and do more tasks for someone
Perhaps
else.
some of these reagents could help us surmise the nature of this ritual.
I hope so. Oh, wait, what's
Whatever
this?
the Baron requests, bring them to me first. I would see what he intends to use.
Casting doubt. A note has been left here for Kel'thuzad. It does not appear that he has read it. Baron, I do not trust your new favourite acolyte. Something has been off about them ever since they returned from their ritual with the Kyrian remains. Your work is too important to allow such discrepancies. The acolyte should be disposed of. Faithfully, Sorcerer Vitral. Defeat Sorcerer Vitral in the Vault of Souls. Suggested players 3, and get the Sorcerer's Blade, which again is to do with your outfit disguise. Right, so we have to take out this guy who is threatening to expose the fact that we are perhaps not who we say we are, though he's not 100% certain what's going on with us, so let's get him silenced before he does get any more information, because he's already suspicious of us. Hello, Sorcerer Vitral. Yes, you were right to be suspicious of us. We are an imposter. Bye! This is probably going to be quite a long fight though, because it did say 3 players. But as a warlock I should have quite a lot of sustain, so I should be okay on a 3-person quest. As long as I keep an eye on both my health and my pet's health. So as AoEs can take quite a big chunk of health off you, so if you're a squishy class with no healing, try and stay out of them, definitely. Sorcerer Vitral has been silenced, and with him the suspicions of your ruse. Yay! And if you can't do that quest, all you're missing is a variation on the disguise appearance, so it's not a big loss if you don't manage to do that one. Quite creepy here with the spiders and the things, isn't it? Very atmospheric. Definitely the sort of thing you would have expected from the Maldraxi area, isn't it? Right, so we need to go to the reagentry then and get some reagents for Kel'thuzad and see if that will then give us any more clues as to what the heck he's playing at. Everybody is a little bit tight-lipped about what's going on. Oh, took him a moment there to phase in. Hello, Jordan the Powerful.
So needy.
You are Kel'thuzad's acolyte, are you not? Indeed, I have come for some reagents for him.
Victory at any cost.
Your master is quite demanding. It will take some time to gather the reagents he is requesting. However, I may be able to speed up the process if you can assist in gathering some of the more difficult ingredients. Why am I not surprised that we have to do the job for them? At least he's not being nasty about it. He's not being very superior to us in his way he speaks to us. Heart of the Forest. The Baron requests a Veilwing's heart, but procuring one is going to be something of a problem. Jordan gestures to the disarray nearby. As you can plainly see, one of our sorcerers proved incapable of restraining the beast. I regret to inform you that our only specimen has escaped. It cannot have gone far, though. If you follow its tracks, you should be able to catch up with it and retrieve the heart yourself. I assure you the Baron will not be able to perform his ritual without it. Quest objective: collect a Veilwing's heart from the elusive Veilwing in the House of Rituals. A magnificent specimen whose heart is needed for Kel'thuzad's ritual. Oh, poor guy, I would actually prefer to let the Veilwing go. Feels kind of sad to have to go after it. Cage-free spores. I will need your assistance with the collection of one other reagent for your master. These spore clusters, he requests, while normally a trivial matter, will require a bit of work. You see, as the Veilwing rampaged throughout the reagentry, it toppled and broke several nearby cages hosting the blight rays from which we harvest the clusters. You will have to collect them through more conventional means. The clusters are fragile, however, so try not to damage them while subduing the creatures. Quest objectives: collect 6 intact spore clusters from escaped blight rays in the reagentry. So that Veilwing escaping did a lot of damage to the area and has made all of the things that we need escape, so I'm now going to have to run down the creatures that I don't really want to destroy to get reagents to try and figure out what's going on. So we're getting deeper and deeper into the murk here, aren't we? So I'm assuming we just have to kill the blight rays, and we hope that the thing drops off them. And we've got lots of these eyeballs floating around with the circles that's going to knock our disguise off, so we need to be a little bit careful as we move around the area. Because there's quite a lot of bad guys in here. If we lose our disguise, we are going to be dead. Well, I've got some meat, but I didn't get one of the quest items yet. Hydrix are very bad. Oh no. Lost my disguise. We are in trouble. Oh, my minion's health's going down quite quick. Yes, this could be very bad. Try and get a few minions there. Probably shouldn't stand in that. No, definitely shouldn't have stood in that. It's too many for 2.5 seconds. So we're being beaten up on, and we need to save our minions' life. Let's get a new minion. Switch on. Some more minions. Unfortunately, because I feared everybody, that might be creating more of a problem. Well, I got my disguise back on, but I think what happened is one of the eyeballs intersected the space we were in without me noticing. There's an eyeball there, look, he's going to take my disguise off again, isn't he? Oh, he's already fighting me, so maybe he won't take it off again. kind of backed into a corner here, so if we can slowly pick off some of these guys. Oh no, 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 not big guy. Oh no, the big skeleton guy's going to fight me now. Oh, my minion's going to die. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. I can't... I don't know where to go. I can't get away from it. Oh no, we are so dead. My minion is 100% dead, and I think I am going to be as well. I can't move. Yep. See, I said if I got the disguise taken off in there, we were going to be in so much trouble. We are definitely in trouble. I took a few of them off, but not everybody. I did still have my soul stone on though, so if we are... Nope. I didn't manage to res without attracting at least one of them. If we're lucky, we've only got the one. I think we're far enough up the mountain for the eyeball to miss us, but I can't get my minion out at the moment. Right. Can I get my minion back? Let's hope sending them running isn't going to be a problem. Right, the eyeball has come for us. Let's see how many we've got coming for us now. Oh, where's my minion going now? Oh, he's just gone behind the wall. Come on, Kitty, you can rescue this. One at a time. Slow and steady.
My defeat is only temporary.
Right, there's the one we cleared away. Now, if we can get that one down without attracting anything else. Phew, we're out of that mess. That was a proper mess, wasn't it? Right, so that's how not to do it, guys. Let's see if we can do it right now, because now we shouldn't have that eyeball floating around in this area until it respawns. Oh no, it's already respawned. Oh, that was fast. Right, we need to watch where that's going. Right, the ray's down. Can I... Ooh. Research completed. So the fact that it's called We Can Rebuild, I think that's probably got something to do with the stitch yard, the abomination factory place, hasn't it? Right, unfortunately these rays seem to have a really, really bad drop rate chance. And oh, we got one! Yeah! Finally got one. Alright, keep an eye on where all of the eyeballs are floating. Now we did kill a ray over this way, but we didn't get to loot it, did we? Hey, wait a minute, is somebody trying to fight me? Who's trying to fight me? Why is somebody trying to fight me? Okay, who's trying to fight me? Definitely in combat with something, but I don't know what, because nothing seems to be chasing me. Right, let's fight one of these rays and hope that whatever seems to think it's in combat with... Oh, it's one of these trust guys. Oh no, we don't want to get the bone guy again. No! Right, we're going to have to fight the So I think what's happened is we've got a minion. Here's a Necrolord Maldraxi minion. And of course he isn't in disguise, is he? So they see him as a target. least that's what I'm guessing is going on, because it looked like he was spawned in and helped me for a bit. So I think that's what's causing the aggro, and now that eyeball's getting quite close to us. Does that one patrol around this corner, or does it return to where it is now? I really want to get out of that spinny thing, but if I move too far away, I'm then concerned that we might end up with more aggro and getting more bad guys to fight. Right, so I'll sort my health a little bit. Dodge everything because I don't want to aggro everything else in the area. So I'm not sure where it's safe to move to. Did that? Oh, it still came out even though he died. Interesting. I would have thought the spell effects would stop when he was gone. Alright. So we're out of combat. Can I get the ray without getting everything else? Might be safer to go for this one. Should have enough time to take that out before that eyeball sentry comes back around and can get the seeds. Those things have got more health than I expect them to, actually. Right, loot that. Yes, 4 of 6. Right, maybe we'd be better... Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, trapped between two of the eyeball sentries there. Maybe I can get that one down from here. Any chance you can give us the spore clusters that we need? Yes. Right, we just need one more. Which one shall we try? Let's try this one. I think that's safe to go for that one. No, we didn't have it. How about that one? Let's try this. Oh no. My minion spam on top of the other guys and that aggroed them. We're not doing too well here, are we, with the staying hidden thing? Oh, there's another one of those sentry eyeballs. Is that going to aggro? Probably. It's probably going to spot my minion. Maldraxx's respawn. Oh no, he hasn't. I was just going to say, I think the Maldraxx minions respawn again. I don't think he did that time. I think that was all my minions' fault, that. There we go. Now, can I loot those without walking into the eyeball visibility area? Right, we still need one of these clusters off the ray. How about we try that one that's respawned over here? One of them will eventually drop what we're looking for. And then we need to look for the veil wind, don't we? That ran away. Once we remove this marker from the map, it'll be easier to see the other one. Right. I'll return that in, because we're right next to Jordan the Powerful.
Why have you interrupted me?
Cage-free spores. Do you have these spore clusters? I do. This should do. I will assemble the reagents together to return to your master post-haste. Thank you. Right, so I need to go find a veil wing. Right, so the marker isn't on the mini-map, but there is a arrow pointing us... Oh, right, it's further away. He said it had not gone too far. I mean, it's not left the House of Ritual, but it's not in the immediate vicinity. It's kind of back over near where we were before, isn't it? kind of close to where we were fighting those elementals, wasn't it? For that little side quest that the captain had. Sorry, Veilwing, you're very pretty and I don't really want to fight you, but we really, really need to know what they're doing. Sorry.
Target something first.
Right, so that's these side quests done. So unless this is the very end where we turn into Kel'thuzad, we might even need a part 3 for this one. A nice long story to keep us occupied. So let's turn back in. Yeah, there's quite a lot of the eyeballs around this area, isn't there? So it's just making it a little bit difficult to get the reagents without getting into fights.
Excellent.
Did you find the Veilwing? I did. Did you have everything else ready for me? This specimen should work nicely for the Baron's ritual. I will add it to his parcel. Thank you. Now my question is whether the 2 reagents that I collected were the only things he wanted, or whether they did some of it themselves. The final reagent. I have gathered most of the remaining reagents on your master's list. All that remains is the special shipment he requested from Oribos. The brokers have yet to deliver the shipment. When it arrives, your master will have all he needs to complete his ritual. Bring the bundle of reagents to Balmedar in the House of Rituals, and we'll get the boots for our Covenant set and an Emblem of Renown, and I think we are going to need a part 3 for this.
Intriguing indeed. I must know of it.
Okay, so we'll show Balmedar the reagents.
I have a plan.
And then I guess we're going to be looking at what these brokers are bringing from Oribos, but we'll be doing that in next part, I think.
You have not yet been slain. Impressive.
Yeah, let's just see what we have here. He's just impressed by the fact that we're still alive. You really think we'd be dead? Naughty man, bringing us here to get us killed. Let me hold on to these for now. I will need you to get your hands on that shipment. That's exactly what I thought we'd do, and we'll do that in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy game!